We're going to start out in child's pose. So big toes are touching, knees are spread wide, and you're just melting down towards the mat. If this doesn't feel good, you can always bring your knees together and do it this way, or you can keep the knees together and bring your hands behind you, back by your feet, and just relax that way. There is no right or wrong. It's just whatever you need right now, whatever feels good to your body. We're just going to come into this practice slowly and just relax and try and clear the mind. So I want you to inhale through the nose slowly and exhale through the nose slowly. Keep doing that, inhaling through the nose and exhale through the nose. Keep doing that. So this is called the Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. I have beautiful background music from the bird in the tree behind me. Try and clear every thought out of your mind. We'll do 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Take a deep inhale and open your mouth this time and let it go. On your next inhale, I want you to come up into a tabletop position. So we're going to stack our shoulders over the wrists, and the knees are going to be right underneath the hip bones. So I want you to spread the fingers wide, push down through the mat so you feel your back just widen, broaden, and expand. So we're going to keep that Ujjayi breath throughout the practice, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. So this next breath, I want you to draw the navel to the spine and then slightly up towards the heart. And I want you to keep that engagement throughout the practice. So no matter what you're doing, we're going to inhale through the nose slowly, engaging that core, and keeping the core engaged. We're going to exhale through the nose. A couple more breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, I want you to lift your right arm up to the sky. And on the exhale, you're going to thread it underneath the left arm. So you're resting your cheek and your ear on the mat. So still keeping that core engaged, I want you to either stay like this, or you can use that left hand to push you deeper into this twist. Or if you want a bind, you can reach that left arm behind the back and try and bind or grab onto that right thigh. So we're still doing that Ujjayi breath, so inhaling through the nose slowly and exhale through the nose slowly. We're just warming up the muscles, warming up the back. On the next inhale, I want you to place that left hand back on the ground, and we're going to inhale and reach that right arm up to the sky, opening the heart, and place it back down on the mat. Inhale that left arm up, and exhale, thread it underneath the right. So again, we're resting our ear and cheek on the mat. You can use that right arm to push yourself deeper into the twist, or you can reach around the back and find your bind. Still keeping that Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose slowly, and exhale through the nose slowly. On these next exhales, I want you to try and constrict, if that's the right word, your throat a little bit, so that when you're breathing out is the slow breath, but you can also hear it. So inhale through the nose slowly, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just keep breathing like that at your own pace. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Place that right arm back, but right hand back on the mat, and inhale the left arm up, opening the heart, opening the chest, and place it back down on the mat. I forgot to start my timer because I wanted to make sure I keep this not too crazy long since we're just beginners. Okay, so check back in with your alignment. You want to make sure that the wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hip points. And we're going to do some cat-cows. So inhale to a cow, rounding the belly. And exhale, cat. Arching the back. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. So remember, with each move, we're doing this with the breath. So it's a slow, stretching movement. Exhaling, cat. Really arch that back up high. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Really arch up. Let go of all that air. And come back to neutral. So we're going to do a balance. And you can, there's different modifications for this. So I want you to bring the right foot to the back of the mat and then just lift it straight up. So I want you to reach your heel towards the back wall. Make sure you still have your core engaged. You're still drawing the navel to the spine and slightly up towards the heart. So you can stay here and hold this, or if you want to join me, you can lift that left arm forward. So the fingertips and the heel are reaching in opposite directions, so the arm and the leg is active. Hugging the muscle to the bone and breathing. And then exhale, release it, and wag your tail. It's one of my favorite things to do. Wag the tail, break up the tension. Okay, take that left foot to the back of the mat, and then we're going to lift it straight up. So making sure we're still oh my goodness, engaging the core, pushing the ground away with your hands so the arms are strong. And you can stay here, or you can join me and lift that right arm up. So the heel and the fingertips are reaching in opposite directions. Engage the core. And keep that Ujjayi breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. One more breath. And release it. And wag the tail. Okay, so we're going to push up into downward dog. So tuck the toes under and push your hips up and back. So this is our first down dog. So I always teach with bicycling the legs. We're just barely warming up the hamstrings and getting our bodies moving. So we want to be kind to our muscles. And you're just going to bicycle the legs, bend the knees one at a time. You can go with your breath. So keep on doing that. I want you to help, not to help, I want to help you to understand what we're doing here. So with downward dog, we want our arms to be strong, pushing away from the earth. We want the elbows up by the, not the elbows, I'm so sorry. You want your biceps by the ears. So we're pushing away. And in downward dog, you never ever have to have your heels flat on the ground. You can always have, and your legs don't have to be straight, you can always have a good bend in your knees. It's just whatever your body needs. And even as you keep on practicing and we come back to down dog, you're going to warm up more and you may be able to drop your heels more. So it just depends on your body and what you need. But you never ever have to have straight legs or heels down. So now I want you to just get a really good bend in your knees and reach your tailbone up to the sky. You want the tailbone to be reaching up. That's why you can have a really good bend in your knees the whole time. It's just whatever your flexibility is. Just breathe here in stillness for a couple breaths. So come up on the tippy toes and look forward towards your hands, and I want you to walk your feet up to the hands. So we want our feet to be about hip width distance. It's actually a lot narrower, more narrow than what most people think. You fit about maybe like a dollar bill size for most people. Okay, so we're going to forward fold. So I want you to have a really, really good bend in the knees. And I just want you to lay your chest and your stomach on your thighs. So here you can sway side to side and front to back. And we're just elongating the spine. You can keep your fingertips on the ground, or if you want, you can grab each elbow and just sway side to side and front to back. You're just elongating the spine. And this also helps to warm up the hamstrings. Don't forget to breathe. Place your hands back on the mat. Heel toe your feet together. So big toes are touching and heels are slightly apart. And we're going to exhale and forward fold, resting the chest and stomach on the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. So for the first one, I want you to just bring your fingertips to your shins. I want you to think of your spine and neck as one long line, reaching out through the crown of the head. We're engaging our thighs and we're engaging the core, keeping it drawn back towards the spine and up towards the heart. And breathing. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold again. resting the chest and stomach on the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift again, one more time. Engage the core real quickly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. So we're going to sweep our arms out to the side and come all the way up into a standing upward salute. So in the upward salute, I want you to be hugging the muscle to the bone in the thighs, or if it helps you to visualize lifting the thigh muscles up off of the kneecaps, that's what we want. We want the thighs to be engaged and hugging the muscles to the bone. We want the shoulders to be down away from the ears. Have your pinkies slightly turned in and breathe, engaging that core. So starting off, I always love to do the sun salutation A and B, just to get the muscles warmed up and all the juices flowing. So inhale and exhale, bring your hands down through heart center and forward fold. Remembering that every move that we do is with the breath. So that's a slow motion. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and we're going to slowly, with control, and you can drop to your knees if you need to, we're going to slowly come all the way down to our stomachs. Untuck the toes and lift up into baby cobra. So your hands are not active in this. You should be able to lift them. This is all about the back muscles holding you up. Breathe, hugging the thighs together and drawing the navel towards the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes under, push up into a plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Inhale up on the tippy toes, look forward, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Big toes are touching and heels are slightly apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and slowly with control, we're coming back down all the way to the stomachs. Untuck the toes and push up into cobra. So again, we want the navel towards the spine, we want the shoulders away from the ears, hugging the shoulder blades towards each other and the elbows towards each other, hugging the thighs together. Breathing. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release it, tuck your toes, push up into plank and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, come up on the tippy toes. We're going to tiptoe to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. Inhaling the whole time, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. So you can go to either one of the cobras, or if you want to come with me, we're going to do chaturanga, which is a half plank. And then we untuck the toes and push up into upward dog. So we still want to draw the navel towards the spine because this helps to protect the lower back. The arms are strong. In upward dog, I believe the thighs aren't supposed to be touching the ground, but it really doesn't matter if they do, if that's what you need. Whatever your body needs is fine. Don't forget to breathe. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Roll back over to downward facing dog. So come on your knees for just a second. We'll give you a little breather. And I'll try and tuck in my shirt so we stay modest here. Okay, so now that was Namaskar or Sun Salutation A. So now we'll do the Sun Salutation B. It's with warrior poses. So we'll go through each one and we'll hold it, each position for a few breaths. And I'll walk you through it. I'll talk you through it. So we'll do that both sides each one time. And then we'll do the warrior dance, which is one breath, one movement. So it'll all make sense once we do it. So meet me back in downward dog. Let me kick my cord out of the way. Okay. So we're going to inhale the right leg up. And exhale, you're going to bring the knee into the chest as tight as you can. And then step that right foot by the right hand. We're going to flatten that back foot. So before we raise up, we want to have heel to arch alignment. So the heel and then the arch in the back. We want the knee over the ankle. And we're going to lift our hands up to the sky. So we want to keep that good bend in the front knee. You don't want to have your knee over the ankle. We want the stability of it, having it over or slightly behind it. Our hips are in line with the top of the mat, so we're not opening the hips. Our arms are up, pinkies turned in, shoulders are down away from the back, and you're hugging the muscle to the bone in that back leg. So that back leg is not just sitting there, it's completely active right now. And breathing. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and you can either go to downward dog or you can go through a flow. So we're gonna exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up, exhale, swing it through and plant it by the left hand, checking in with the alignment, heel to arch alignment, knee over ankle, and then we're gonna inhale up into warrior one. Making sure the shoulders are down on the back, the knee is over the ankle, and you want to traction your knee towards that second to middle toe. So you're not pronating or supinating, I think they're called. I can't think and do this at the same time. Hugging the back leg, the muscle to the bone in the back leg. Breathing. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and either go to downward dog or go through a flow. Down to chaturanga or half plank, inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. So in the heart opener, you can do any of the cobras if you want, or you can do the upward dog, whatever you need. So inhale that right leg up again. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Checking in with the heel to arch alignment. Inhale to warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. So once again, we want the knee over the ankle or slightly behind it. That back thigh is hugging the muscle to the bone, and our arms are actively reaching in opposite directions. And you're looking over that front middle finger. So everything is active right now and strong. Draw navel to spine. Now flip the wrist so the front hand is facing upwards. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Get so red I can't see right now. So you can be looking at your top hand or back down at the back one. Make sure you still have a good bend in that front leg. You probably can see my back leg shaking like crazy because it's active. You're hugging the muscle of the bone. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back into plank and either go to downward dog or go through flow. Inhaling to your heart opener and exhale, downward facing dog. So inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Flatten that back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. So again, good bend in the front leg, hugging muscle to bone in the back leg. Arms are actively reaching in opposite directions. Drawing the navel to the spine and breathing. So flip the top hand, inhale, reach, exhale, reverse your warrior. Check in with your alignment, make sure that front leg is still bent, is still hugging the muscle of the bone in the back leg. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Step back into plank and either go to downward dog or go through a flow. Inhaling to your heart opener and exhale, downward facing dog. So now we're going to do all that, one breath, one movement. So inhale the right leg up, exhale, swing it through, plant it. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step back to plank and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. I forgot to mention this. If you need to, you can pick up that leg and set it down by your hand. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step back into plank and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener and exhale, downward facing dog. So let's come onto the knees for just a second. My wires are sneaking out. So that's basically how I love to start every one of my flows. It just gets all the muscles warmed up, gets all the juices flowing. And I'm just letting you have a little breather right here. And me too, because when I have to talk my way through exercising, it's harder than just doing it. So let's do a cleansing breath. I love cleansing breath. So inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and let it go with an audible exhale. Do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. Okay, let's come back into downward facing dog. So inhale that right leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Now this time we're going to keep that back heel up, making sure the knee is over the ankle. And we're going to inhale our arms up into high lunge. So we want to draw the navel towards the spine, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Pinkies are slightly turned in. We're breathing. Now I want you to drop the knee down to the earth. You can untuck the toes or keep them tucked in, whatever you're needing right now. And this is low lunge. So in low lunge, if you want, you can put your hands on your knees or even touch the ground if you need to for balance. But I want you to kind of move. Make this an active movement. Just kind of keep on warming up those muscles. Okay, plant your hands, tuck those back toes under, step back into plank, and either go to downward dog or go through a flow. Inhale into your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, exhale, swing it through and plant it, keeping that back heel up again. We're gonna inhale into high lunge. So you want the knee over the ankle, still hugging the muscle bone in that back leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Pinky slightly turned in. And breathing. And then slowly drop that back knee down into low lunge. And make this a moving pose. Just kind of ease your way deeper into it. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhale into your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Excuse me. Making sure that we're reaching our tailbone up towards the sky. Arms are strong, biceps by ears. I'm going to have you come up on your tippy toes, and we're going to tiptoe to the top of the mat again. We're going to come into chair pose. So first of all though, I want your big toes to touch and your heels are slightly apart again. And I want to exhale and forward fold, resting the chest and stomach on the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your fingertips to your shins or you can keep them on the mat. You're just pulling your heart through. Exhale, forward fold. So this time we have a really good bend in our knees. We're going to sweep our arms to the front together and sit down into chair pose. So the bottom is low. You should be able to see your toes, or at least the tips of your toes. So you want to sit down low enough so that you can see your toes. You're hugging your thighs together. Again, the pinky slightly turned in. And breathing. Inhale, reach up and stand up. Exhale, your hands down into heart center, connecting your thumbs to your heart chakra. So just connecting the thumbs to the heart. If you need to spread your legs hip width distance, that's totally fine for balance. I still want you to have active thighs, hugging the muscle to the bone. If you can, close your eyes and just try to breathe, focusing on the breath entering the lungs and filling them, and then watch it leave. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands. Now if you want to try something fun, you can step or hop back into chaturanga. So you'll just inhale to your heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. Reaching the tailbone up. So come forward onto the knees and just sit back on your bottom. I'm gonna stop my timer so it doesn't go off and disturb our quietness. So make your way onto the back. Hug your knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Massage your spine. Hug the right knee into the chest and let your left arm go, not your left arm, your left leg go long. Hug it in tight. Don't have your head up. Relax your head. I have it up just because I have a ponytail in and it freaks my head out. Okay, so take your left hand, grabbing the right knee, and you're pulling that right knee across the body. And then you're reaching your right arm out to the right, so you're completely twisted. And I want you to look at your right hand. Inhale your legs back to center. Hug your knees in tight. Rock back and forth. Grab that left knee in. Let that right leg go long. Hug it in tight. Then use the right hand to grab the left knee and pull the knee over to the right, reaching the left arm to the left and looking at your left hand. Make sure you're slowing your breathing down, slowing the heart racing. Inhale the knees back up to the chest. Hug your knees in super tight and lift your head this time. So I want you to wrap your arms around your shins and hug in tight. And I want you to inhale through the nose and hold it at the top. So inhale, hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then exhale and let everything go. So we're letting our legs come straight down. Your feet can be as wide as the mat or wider. You can have your hands resting on your hip points, or you can have your palms up or down on the ground. When the hands are down, it's more of a grounding posture. When your hands are up, you're in a receiving posture. So you're welcoming guidance and light and direction. Whatever you're needing right now. Slowing the breath down. Relaxing every muscle in the body. I took a class just the other day, and the instructor said to imagine that your brain is a fist, and then just release that grip. And it felt so good to try and to visualize it that way. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing all your muscles, and just relaxing into your Shavasana, the corpse pose. The corpse pose signifies the death of the activity you were just doing. And so we just lay here and relax. Letting every muscle just melt into your mat. So go ahead and relax, and I will bring you back. Shavasana. If you need to stay in Shavasana longer, be my guest. For the rest of you, I want you to start making micro movements with your fingertips. And now your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. Inhale and reach your arms and legs out long in a big stretch. Exhale onto your favorite side for fetal position. So using the bottom arm as a pillow, just relax and take a couple of breaths here. I want you to keep your eyes closed if you can, or at least downcast. Inhale and push yourself up into a seated position, what we call easy pose. So you're stacking the feet one in front of the other, or the shins one in front of the other. I want you to rest your hands, palms up on top of the knees. Slightly tuck your chin towards your chest so that you elongate the spine and the neck, and reaching up through the crown of the head, shoulders down. On the next inhale, I want you to reach your arms out to the side, keeping the eyes closed. Palms touching overhead. Exhale your hands down into heart center, so connecting the thumb to the heart chakra, so right here. Sorry, you're supposed to keep your eyes closed. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Namaste. You can blink your eyes open. I don't know if I can open my eyes. The sun's still like crazy bright right there in front of me. Thank you so much. I hope that you're able to do some part of this. I probably should have cued this in the very beginning, but if you ever need to, you can always go into child's pose, no matter what flow you're doing. If you ever need to just take a little break, you can always go back into child's pose. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to keep on doing these. Hopefully I can put a lot more out. I'm also going to be doing a chair yoga. For those of you that aren't able to get up and down off of the ground, I am certified. I am a Silver Sneakers certified yoga instructor, and so I was able also to teach a class to sub for someone one time, and it was very eye-opening, and it was a lot of fun actually. I enjoyed it. So for any of you that aren't able to get up and down and everything, expect that to be coming soon. You're still going to get a workout, I promise you, because you're constantly engaging that core, and you're still doing strong movements and holding or hugging the muscle bone and different things. So thank you again. I really enjoyed this, and